Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Someone type something if you can hear me. All right, what's going on, everyone? Everyone who's used to the channel, they're probably like, you can't hear me? We can hear you. All right, awesome. Thanks everyone for hopping in. I have a new background, new office. So yeah, the other room was just so freaking hot. So I moved offices and I'm gonna be setting up all my collectibles back here. I got to get like a light or something back there. So it's gonna look much cooler than it is right now, but just getting in a better area, more feng shui. All right, how'd everyone do on the drop? What'd you guys get? I got a rare, so I'm stoked on that. Where the liquor and coffee is still there. It's just no longer behind me, which I think Lori is going to be mad that I don't have my coffee behind me anymore. Let's see. Getting StreamYard all figured out. You know what? I saw a lot of people got 0 in that drop, which it was crazy. I had a few devices and 2 click buy now and then just failed out, but 1 worked, and that 1 was a rare. So I mean, 10,000 compared to like 60,000, which most of the comics have been. I mean, that was crazy. Let me see if I can share my screen. All right. Claire got 0. That sucks. All right. So before we hop into the event, I just wanted to see. So that if everyone saw the actual trailer for the event, like they had this, Apple logo spinning, turning, and that was unique, right? Because Apple, I mean, we've seen all the iPhones, we've seen all the technology that they come with. I mean, they do really everything when it comes to technology and ease of use. I mean, it's Apple, right? Like, and everyone's, Microsoft fans or Google fans, but at the same time, when it comes to innovation and making it really, really simple to have all of your devices work in one, Apple's it, right? So the fact that they showed the trailer with augmented reality, like the Apple, like people were projecting it onto like different areas and playing with it. It was a pretty cool trailer. And that's why the fact that they went that route before this event has me kind of curious on what kind of AR we're going to see functionality at some point in this event. I'm hopeful that we'll get maybe a peek at the new eyeglasses that, they launched that back, I think, in 2017 or something like that. And it was a big fail. Like the market just wasn't ready for it and the technology wasn't ready for it. So, the closest thing right now to a legit augmented reality wearable is the HoloLens, Microsoft, HoloLens 2. And I've had a chance to see them and play with it from one of my clients, and it's outstanding, but it's clunky. It's still big. So like when you can actually put on some glasses, like I can just go like this, and then in here I can go ahead and see like, different layers of augmented reality over life, or there's even like talk about possibly like a TV where you no longer need a big TV in your living room. You just put on your glasses and there's your Toshiba or Sony or whatever that just pops up and it's attached to your glasses, right? And then there's an extra layer over, the actual world that we're walking in and seeing. And then that's where we want to have our Veve collectibles, our augmented reality, our NFTs really kind of layered into the real life world. But Apple's it, man. When we're looking at some of the, I think someone asked what time the event's at. It's in 10 minutes. That's when it starts. So I'm going to just kind of go through some real quick talk around Apple, augmented reality, what we could hope to see. So when we look at the rumors, there's talk about a bigger iPhone battery that lasts longer, diagonally shaped camera system, 1 terabyte of storage. So iPhone, I actually have an old school iPhone still. I haven't upgraded yet. I honestly should. I probably could for free, but I'm so weird about how many like wallets, like crypto wallets I have on my phone that I just haven't yet upgraded because I'm afraid of losing the information or having some guy like have access to it. Like when they're switching over the information, it's probably completely unheard of, or like I don't need to worry about it, but I am. So they're also talking about some new earbuds where they actually have I think it showed um, in the thumbnail that I did, where basically it's just going to be able to sit in the ear a little bit easier. I've never had really problems, but I don't have like pretty big ears, I guess. But I know some people like when you're running or just when they're in your ear, they don't sit well enough. So it looks like they've added a little bit more of a tip, and they're going to be kind of able to fasten easier to your ear, almost like you're wearing earplugs. So I know people are pretty excited about that. There's talk about, you know, that a little bit bigger on the camera. There's all kinds of things that they could do. Every single year, Apple comes out with something new, something exciting. And so looking forward to seeing what they're actually going to come from. Carolina Vintage Hi-Fi says their earbuds suck. Why do their earbuds suck? Because I haven't had any problems with them, and they're way easier to use than like like this kind, right? Like I don't like having the attachment, and I don't like having the things wrapped around my ears like all the off brands have. And Apple price. So I have Apple stock. It's not in my Robinhood account. It's in my Webull account. So I have a good amount of shares of Apple, and I actually doubled my shares when I saw that the AR or the event was happening and they were showing AR. I was like, okay, I'm heavily invested in metaverses, not only in crypto, but in stocks. Like I hold Meta, which is Round Hill Capital. They have a ETF for metaverses. And I have Apple, I have Microsoft stock. I very much believe in technology and investing in it years out. And I think Apple's going to have a big play in it, as well as Microsoft and Facebook. So as we can see, like Apple stock, it's one of the safest stocks you can really have. It's 30% in the year. Over the past 5 years, 480%. It's basically an average of roughly 90%, but we can see it's dropped down twice, which were really in line with the big drops that happened in the market, which were 2018 drop. It didn't even really tank during everything that happened with the virus, which is crazy. And then it just dropped off in the big tech drop that happened in stocks this February of this year, which I watched a lot of my money just kind of go real low, but it's kicked back up. So this is why when there's a big sell off, you don't panic sell in crypto, stocks, anything, right? So many splits. Yeah, that's a good point, Lori. Yeah, there's been plenty of splits too, which I think I've been in Apple for 2 years, but I've only been investing really, I guess 4 years. But in the 4 years, the returns I've made and just how much I've dove into it has been I've very much beat the S&P 500 every single year I've been investing. And crypto has been the most valuable asset you can invest in ever in the history of financial world. So we've got about 5 more minutes. So when we look at like augmented reality, I mean, they have their own page on the Apple site. There's going to be all kinds of things that you can use AR for. I mean, people are already using it for frontline work. They're using it to work on satellites. Lockheed Martin uses augmented reality. It's remote actual field guidance where they're seeing all of their directions. They'll be able to pull up like an engine of like a spaceship, and they'll actually see, okay, well, here's where this device goes, and then people can do remote guidance through their wearable device and an iPad. They're actually seeing that technology on. And then there's remote learning. I mean, there is so much technology outside of gaming metaverse that augmented reality is going to disrupt. And that's why it's a race to the starting line, essentially, for Apple and many more companies like Facebook, Microsoft, Snap, all of them. It's taking off in the medical device world. I mean, it's more than just fun. Augmented reality is going to change the world as we know it. And when we look at some of the Mac rumors, this is where I always kind of troll to see, all right, like when are these eyeglasses going to come out? And it's always speculation, but one thing that they did say back in March was Apple plans to release this long rumored mixed reality headset in mid 2022, followed by augmented reality glasses by 2025. So the mixed reality headset mid 2022. I don't know where they're getting that information, but that's not far away. So we could see at least some kind of AR functionality that's coming to maybe more so to the iPhone, or maybe to maybe they are going to surprise us, right? Because this came out in March, and technology has gotten a big jump because we've all just been sitting at home. We've all had a chance to really just work harder in a local environment, especially technology companies. So technology has advanced years because we've been stuck in this environment, and it's forced many to just sit and work harder on technology. But Apple Glass are gonna be great, and this is the HoloLens too. So, man, I really wish I could actually have my client like hop on a call. I can't, unfortunately, and I can't name who they are. But the technology of Microsoft HoloLens 2 is incredible. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen in terms of like technology. And they're the ones to beat right now. Like they're crushing it in terms of the actual tech, but these things are like 3 grand. Like not they're just not feasible right now, and they're too clunky. Like you see, like they're not as clunky as some of the wearables that we've had in the past, and they're not like an Oculus, which is VR, but they need to slim these down and lower the price in order to really make them feasible. This is what I was talking about on you saw that girl, she's like turning the thing on there. It just shows everything right in front of you. It's perfect, and it gives remote guidance right there. It's super cool. And again, one of the coolest techs I've ever seen. Vuzi's actually doing a lot too. Vuzi, they do a lot in the medical device world as well, but they actually have the glasses. You can see again the big clunky cameras on the side. They have the cheapest option, I believe, for augmented reality wearables, and so they're doing good things. But I don't know if they'll ever really bring it to personal use, because they're really more commercial and targeting where they're making the most money, which is on the commercial side, which is manufacturing, field service, remote assistance, which I talked about, warehouse solutions, telemedicine. And when we look at all the different providers, I mean, I guess Facebook has something with the Ray-Ban side, Amazon Echo frames, Snap spectacles. I just saw Snap. I always want to say Snapchat, but they're now Snap, right? Snap is going very much into this space too. I never got into Snap. Really wish I did, but they are doing a lot in the space as well. Curious to see how they keep branching out into what's going to be an augmented reality play completely separate from social media. Lenovo has some stuff. There's the Vuzi Blade. So 900 pounds sold on Amazon. That's like their higher quality ones too, but they look, again, just kind of meh, you know? So I really want to see something come from Apple, from Microsoft, even maybe Facebook. Like Facebook has pivoted to be a metaverse company. So I really want to see what's coming to the space, but we've got 1 minute on the clock. Let's see how it goes. Let me know if that's too loud for you guys. Quiet? Okay, I'll turn it up a little bit. Boom. Let the calming music soothe you. I know everyone has different opinions about Facebook. I'm invested in Facebook, and I don't like what they do with our data, but the technology, man. All right. There's no sound? Let me... Hold on, let me fix it. How about now? Is it good now? Cool. Thanks, guys, for letting me know. No, it's gone again? Hold on. Let's see. How about now? What? All right, give me 1 second. No. Trying that one. Turn this guy off. What about now? All right, that should work. All right, am I good? What? No. No. What the hell? Speakers. Not far low. All right, I know how to figure this out. Can hear you, but not this video. All right, I'll figure it out.
And the reason it's so popular is its amazing versatility. It can transform into whatever you need it to be. with advanced
All right, we're good now?
users can literally touch the content.
All right, we're good now?
Users can literally
All right, we're good now?
and the fast connectivity, advanced cameras and accessories like the Magic Keyboard and Magic Pencil, iPad becomes even more versatile, extending what users can do on iPad where they is iPadOS, delivering powerful features while maintaining the simplicity of a touch-first experience. What makes iPad even more versatile are the over 1 million apps designed specifically for its large canvas. The iPad business has never been stronger. We've grown by over 40% this past year. We have a great lineup today with industry-leading customer satisfaction, and it's about to get even stronger. Our most popular iPad delivers the full iPad experience at an incredibly affordable price. And today, it gets even better. This is the new iPad. And to tell you all about it, here's Melody.
This new iPad is packed
Good.
full of updates. So let's jump in. Under the hood is a more powerful chip, A13 Bionic, and it pushes even further than the speedy A12 from last year's iPad. With 20% faster performance in every aspect of the chip.
Do you guys want me to still fiddle with it or leave it alone?
To the neural engine. A13 is leaps ahead of the competition. In fact, it makes this iPad up to 3 times faster than the best-selling Chromebook and up to 6 times faster than the best-selling Android phone. And it means users will see even more responsive performance for all the things they love to do on iPad. From everyday uses like browsing the web to playing immersive, high-quality games. And as users explore more advanced apps like Adobe Fresco with its super realistic watercolors, A13 delivers the performance they need and better. And the more powerful neural engine in A13 makes next-generation machine learning tools like live text in iPadOS 15 even faster. The updated image signal processor and by retaining the same popular design, this iPad supports a vast array of accessories, including the thin and light smart keyboard. Like Logitech's latest edit combo, and of course, this iPad supports the